Good morning, comic fans. Welcome back to Ka-Pow Comics, doing whatever video they feel like doing. We don't really do this as regular as we like anymore because I'm not really in the store as much as I should be. But it's a lockdown, and that's a good thing. So I should be at home, keeping everyone safe and not just licking all the comic books before I send them out. Speaking of sending them out, there's probably a few people, maybe, who are watching this who don't actually shop for us. That's fine. It's cool. I mean, take a look at all this. I don't blame you. But if you do shop with us, at the moment, we are not doing curbside collection. There's several reasons for that one, but the most important is every single day I'm seeing more stuff about how dangerous this current strain is and how that supermarkets are actually having to put security guards on the doors to stop people walking in without masks and in groups. And I just can't help but feel that if I can do any tiny wee little thing to reduce the exposure people have to other people and other environments, I'm going to take it at the moment. Yes, I know this is a bit of a pain in the neck, especially for people who might be in town, but hell, if you're not in town anyway, you should be coming into town to do comic book shopping. Not right now. This is not an essential thing. But we are going to have to hold off on the curbside collection thing. Yes, we did it a while ago under the lockdowns, and it was fine. But anything like that just increases the chance of passing stuff on. And I really don't like the idea of me being responsible for anything like that whatsoever. Not for me or my family and friends or for anyone who shops here. Also, quite a lot of my friends. I don't want that to be a thing that's going to come back. And I don't ever want that to happen to anyone else here. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the neck for a while. But if you do shop with us, you're going to need to, sorry. I say this every time, but somebody comments on here, and I've no idea if when you're watching this after the fact you see that somebody's commented on here, so I've just said hello randomly, but there we go. But yeah, as I was saying, if you do shop with us, we're going to need you to set up standing order and get stuff posted out for you. All this stuff needs paying for. We are doing our best right now. We really are. I'm putting in quite a lot of work. We've got a new pull list situation going up with League of Geeks. Sorry, Comic Book Geeks, I think it's called. Let me check the actual name of the website I'm not talking about. League of Comic Geeks. So you can actually set up a pull list there with us. Makes it downside easy because you can control it yourself. And you get to add and take things off, and we just put the order through, and it works brilliantly. We like it. But we need to get them out to you. We really do. Everything we get in here that we don't sell is a loss to us. And sometimes we we take a bit of a gamble on stuff. We get things in for the shelf. We order a few extras of a new title because yeah, cool. But because people can't come in and browse that, this is the only way they can see the new stuff. If you have ordered something, we really need to pay for it because that's basically what's going to keep our store a viable thing for the next couple of months at least. I apologize for getting a little heavy with you there, but honestly, I love this. This is my dream job, and I don't ever want to stop doing it. So please help. Anything you can do. Anyway, because we have to sell you this stuff, I might as well show you what I've got to sell. This is being one of those things straight off the bat that we ordered just because I think it look cool. I'm hoping that somebody will see it and go, yes, that does look cool. Send it to me. A very cool little Deadpool wallet. Can't quite see the detail, I don't think, but the actual grain on it looks very, very similar to the material they used for the costume in the movie, which I really, really quite like. And there's little bullet marks and slashes and stuff in there as well. It's a very cool little thing if you like Deadpool. This next bit, the world of Critical Role. I don't remember if anyone specifically asked for this one, but we get so many people asking for Critical Role stuff, I thought I'd give it a shot. And it's £30 and change, I think, £31.99 or something. Nice, big, thick, heavy book, very text heavy. Yes, you do get some cool artwork in there. You get some maps from their games and some stills of them, but there's pages and pages and pages of stuff in here, and a lot of it is just very, very text heavy, but it looks very cool. So if you're a fan, why not give it a shot? We found a monster, another one, DC Young Readers one. We used to have one guy who always got these, and then the past couple of months, we had another guy saying, can I have one as well? So I've started ordering 2 of these young adult stuff or the young reader stuff. So hopefully, they both will still want those. That Texas Blood, Volume 1, one of my best of the year from last year. Absolutely brilliant. It was originally done as a script for a movie that never got made, but after issue 1 dropped, they were actually getting proper movie studios approaching them and getting proper offers in, so take a chance on that one. Thoroughly enjoyed every issue of it. It's very dark, but I love it. This one is a back order because we keep selling out of it. Because in case you haven't heard, the new Daredevil was pretty good. That's just Volume 1, by the way. This one, I thought I've got to come out in paperback. This is not the first collection. This is actually Klaus and Winter Witch and Klaus and the Crisis in Christmasville, or Xmasville, should I say. Very specifically, they say Xmas, but in paperback rather than hardback. So if people want that, I might be able to save yourself a bit of money. Young Justice, Volume 3. Not my best of the year this year, but it was last year. sorry, not last year, year before. Really, really cool. I think it's only 3 volumes, and that's the entire lot of it, so you should be able to check that one out. Mountainhead. This is one that was absolutely amazing. Brilliant artwork, very cool, gory, horror kind of stuff going on in it. But the release schedule was so bad that I ended up kind of losing interest in it. Now the full book's out, I might actually buy it, because that's just one random page. Just look at all that. That looks amazing, doesn't it? We've got a couple of copies of this, and one of them may very well be going home with me today, because it was absolutely brilliant, but it's a pain in the ass to read. Join the Future. This one didn't quite make it onto my best of the year list. It was a good runner. It actually got up into, I think, it got put on the list at some point when I was reading the first couple of issues, but there was so many other cool Western stuff coming out there that this one never quite made the cut, but it's still a very, very good read. More sci-fi, futuristic Western kind of stuff. So Firefly fans might get a bit more of a kick out of that one. Anne McConty's The Seeds now. We've got 2 volumes of this one. I think they're both spoken for, simply because, if I remember correctly, this series never actually got finished. But 2 people in our store were down for it, which means they never got the complete series. But the collections have the entire thing in there. I'll be reaching out to them and checking if they do want the entire thing. Otherwise, they're just never going to finish a story. But I think both those are spoken for. But this is another very, very cool post-apocalyptic thing. One thing I really liked about this one was a color palette washout thing they did. It was all just in that kind of vein, and I really, really like it. When that's done effectively, it looks absolutely brilliant. Right, on to the comic books now. There's not like a huge amount of these ones, not as many as I was expecting, considering we didn't get a full list last week, but at least it means we've got enough to keep people happy. Starting with American Vampire 1976, just one of that, autumnal. I've got to say, I read issue 1 of this one, but issue 2 and 3 kind of went off the shelf really quickly, and I was reading reviews of other people that have 2 and 3 and saying it gets better and better. I've added it back to my list. I've back ordered 2 and 3 at number 4. One of these is for me. Very, very cool horror comic book. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That is such a pretty cover. Isn't that just amazing? Really, really do like that one. The Chris Claremont special now. That variant, I'm fairly sure, has been ordered for one of our customers who specifically asked for it. I'd have to check on my invoice to make sure they've sent me the right cover, because I can't remember what it actually looked like. But we've got a ton of the regular ones in if anyone wants to take a look at that. Hang on, grab the next one there. Sumerian, The Frost Giant's Daughter, issue 2. This is the first one of the Sumerian ones. It's actually really blown up. The last couple, although like Red Nails is one of my favorite stories, only had like 1 person down for it. We've now got 5 people down for it. If you missed out on the first 2 Sumerian ones, though, they are available in a very nice, good value hardback collection. So give it a shout if you want to catch up on those. Commanders in Crisis, issue 4. That's the same person who ordered the Claremont special. I'd have to check. I can't remember off the top of my head. Latest D&D. Feels like issue 2 only came out last week or something. Or the week before, so maybe they're rushing them out now. Darth Vader, being Darth Vader. Kind of standard cover, that one, actually. Some of that stuff's been really, really cool, but yeah, it didn't really jump out at me. Devil's Red Bride, issue 4. I read issue 2 and 3 last week after leaving them on a pile for a while, not getting around to them. Very glad I've got that one on my pull list. Very cool samurai revenge story with a whole bunch of supernatural stuff going on as well. Dryad, issue 8. Erratic, issue 2. I actually really enjoyed issue 1 of this one. Nobody's picked it up. I'm kind of surprised. It's very, very cool. And AWA are putting out some great things. Okay. I'll have a bit of fun with this next one. We've got Eternals, the new one from Kieran Gillen. And what we have first are that variant cover, which is a black and white version of that variant cover, and then just that variant cover as well. I don't know why we get so many of these things. Maybe it's because the first time in a while for a Marvel launch issue, not since Marnius Calgar, written by the same guy, coincidentally, have we got this many copies of it? That's the regular cover, just in case anyone's wondering. I honestly don't know how many spares we've actually got this one. A lot of people have got this on their pull list. If you're wanting to add it on, you have to give me a shout, because what might happen is some of the people who are down for the regular might get a special variant. The people I don't like will get their regular covers. On to Future State now. A couple of people recently trying to add stuff on, and I'm sorry, we did say repeatedly when we were putting these things up that we were only going to order the regular stuff that people wanted, rather than just anyone who's down for it. It's proven to be a good point, because so far, of the 2 spare copies of Batman, the next Batman, I guess, that I ordered came last week, only one of them has been claimed, as opposed to the other 9 people who are down for Batman, who don't seem to care too much. So I'm glad that I did it, but it means if you see one of these and you want them, you need to let me know. Dark Detective is another one I've got a spare of. that little variant there for me. Because I've been enjoying the Batman stuff at the moment, and the idea of Tamaki and Dan Mora doing detective is enough to get me like checking out their stuff now. Single issue of Justice League, single issue of Robin Eternal, 2 Superman and Wonder Woman, 1 Kara Zor-El, Superwoman, and 1 Teen Titans. And that's your lot. That's all we get for the future state. So we're not really seeing much DC at the moment. But if you want anything, you can let me know as soon as you can. The Batman one, yes, we have 1 spare left, but it's gone out of print, and Harley Quinn has gone to a second print as well. I think we can still order some Harleys in, but for other stuff, you have to just prepare yourself for a second printing. Next up, Guardians of the Galaxy, and our first reference to King in Black today. Get used to seeing this. There's a lot of it. This next one's one that's going to be on my pull list, I think. I really enjoyed Ice Cream Man. I'm not sure if this is going to be the... I think so. For me. Yeah, some of the future state stuff, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this one, I really enjoyed Ice Cream Man. I'm not sure if this is going to go down the same vein at all. It's going to have different artists involved. But, the variant cover there, which is the one I'm going to take if I'm going to take it. But I'm going to review this one later on today before I go home today, because I want to see exactly how good that is. Because Ice Cream Man was just brilliant, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't pick up right from the beginning, because it'd been absolutely like one of the best horror comic books I've read, because it doesn't try to maintain like this one long narrative arc where the horror can keep building. It's just a self-contained story with an occasional like connecting mini story behind it. I'm hoping Ha can give me just as much of that kick. Hellions. This is just one of the many X-Men titles that's still going on. Don't really know much about the X-Men stuff, although check out Nightcrawler stuff, Way of X, all that kind of thing. That's going to be a big one coming out later. Homesick Pilots, reviewed issue 1 this one not too long ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. A couple of people actually added onto the list after seeing the review, which is kind of cool. I don't do the reviews simply so people buy things. I think I enjoy reading them and talking about comic books. It's really nice when they work like that. Immortal Hulk, because I thought that was Hulk with wings when I first opened up. It's just 2 devils stabbing him, so just for fun there. Sorry, end of box set. Iron Man, very, very cool cover. He's off doing fun space things at the moment, I think. And last issue of Juggernaut, at least I think that's the last issue. I don't seem to remember them doing more than that. Give me a second, I'll be back. I have to move some boxes around so I can get to the next lot without knocking things over. Do not want to drop a box of comic books again. That does not go well. Comic book fans like it when their stuff's neat. Let's move that around a little bit so I can be a bit more framed. Right, okay. Kick-Ass versus Hit Girl. Copies of that one. And now, as mentioned, we're going to do some King in Black. Okay. Return of the Valkyries. Gwenom versus Carnage. Thunderbolts. Planet of the Symbiotes. We're not finished yet, by the way. Those are just the ones that are actual own miniseries within the King in Black. We've got a few more tie-ins to come later on as well. Okay. Knock 'em Dead. Last Witch, issue 1. This one was Boom ones where I kind of gave a bit of a shock because I really like the cover. I know you're not supposed to judge books by covers and everything, but I did like that one. They also sent us a couple of one per store variants. Those are both very, very nice. I mean, that was my favourite, I think. There's something just very forlorn about that one. It's just like a nice bit of artwork in and of itself, even without the colour. Just that kind of jumps out just as a pencil drawing. Really like that. Lonely Receiver, issue 5. A Manamunga, issue 4. Nice bit of pirate fun there. Man's World, issue 1. This is one from A2A Studios. Really always checking their stuff out at the moment. Hopefully get a chance to review that one tomorrow. Marauders, more X-Men stuff. And still my favourite one of them. Ninja Nuns, Scout Comics Anthology. Lots of creators involved in that one. And I flicked through it and there's some very odd, disparate artwork. Not sure what to take of that one. I tend to just order Scout Comics issue 1 just for the hell of it because they can be quite good fun. That one, I'm going to have to take a proper look at it. Punchline, but not the DC one. Rat Queens. I think there's only one. Yeah, just one person who gets that one. Red Atlantis. I've got to read my issue 2 of that one. Get caught up on it. I'm behind, I'm afraid. To readjust things here so I can get stuff easily. Scout's Honor. One of these has been claimed for somebody, but I do like the look of this one. Is it Aftershock? Yeah. They do good things, and the artwork inside looks great as well. Next is a bit of a diversion of what we usually go for. Terry Moore is one of those writers that, if you know them, you're a big fan of them already. They tend to have quite a large cult following. But I don't really go for them unless people ask, because they tend to do stuff which is like kind of the more indie than indie kind of thing. It's not like it's a bad idea, but it doesn't sell very well off the shelf. Like Iron Man sells off the shelf, Thor sells off the shelf, Batman does, but small indie stuff about like the time of life and all that kind of thing doesn't really do much. But one that looks like it's about a serial killer might do. That is also a pitching cover. Really looking forward to giving that one a look myself later on. Seven Secrets. Unfortunately, a couple of people have dropped Seven Secrets recently. We have not been able. Terry Moore is Terry Moore. That's correct. We've not been able to cancel a couple of these. So a couple of people who, unfortunately, in the past few weeks have said they want to stop it. You've still got a couple coming in. I do apologize for that. Sleeping Beauties, which nobody wanted until last week, and now I'm selling out quicker than I can get them in. Sonic the Hedgehog, just regular Sonic there, nothing special. Amazing Spider-Man, and after we totally sold out of issue 55, we now have 56 and 57. Again, I don't think I've got any spares of these. Yeah, actually, I think I might have one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I might have one spare of those on Wanson, but we didn't have any. Like a Terry Moore book. Very terrible. Yes, it is, even with the serial killer, but I'm still going to give it a read. Onward Spider-Man, Miles Morales, one for me, with Starling on the front cover there. Really been enjoying Champions. Picked it up because I like Miles, and really enjoying what's going with it. And Starling is actually becoming like her own kind of cool character in there, which is very, very nice. Oh, and you know what I was talking about? What was it? King in Black or something like that? Yeah, Symbiote Spider-Man and Spider-Woman, also both involved in King in Black at the moment, but they are the ongoing series. They are not a separate entity. Star Trek Year 5. Star Wars coming up. The regular old-fashioned cover. Very cool lightsaber on that. I like the look of that one. This next one, I feel like a bit of a tool about this one. When it comes to Star Wars, a lot of people would say, oh yeah, but Star Wars is really popular. Yeah, but we tend to, with a lot of stuff that just goes into the pound bins and stuff like that because nobody really buys it unless they order it ahead of time. So when they announced the new series, I ordered the 5 copies that people asked for of the New Republic. Everyone's raving about, High Republic. Everyone's raving about this one. Everyone is saying it's absolutely brilliant. And I literally have the 5 copies that people have asked for. I have none spare. I'm really sorry. It's already gone to a second print. If you want it, get in contact. If you've ordered it ahead of time, well done. You were clever. You saw this one. I did not see this one coming. Should have done. Calvin Scott is responsible for one of the best things I've read last year. Totally came out of nowhere. Thoroughly enjoyable. But then he also did the Transformers Back to the Future comic book, which I did not enjoy. So, well, you know, we'll wait and see on that one. Unfortunately, as I say, though, just non-spare. Stranger Things Science Camp. Sweet Tooth. Let me just grab a hand for me so I don't get mixed up. Yeah, Sword or SWXRD. I don't know. Is it Sword? Whenever I see that, that clearly looks like an X. Who knows? Thor fighting a dragon. You know, as you do. Oh, this next one I like. Not that like a lot of people really care for it, but you know, Transformers is reasonably popular. It's dropped down from like this huge like launch interest it had on the IDW starting again from scratch, but new issue actually has a very cool wraparound cover. That it looks amazing. The reason I'm kind of excited about it more than I usually will be is I've seen some kind of bad wraparounds recently, especially DC doing on square-bound comic books, the idiots. But this is Freddie E. Williams II. Used to work with J.H. Williams III and James City IV and Ram V. But it just looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's a good comic book. I've not been reading it, but there you go. Oh, man. Feel really bad we haven't got the King in Black for people. Oh, yeah, the Union. There you go. Yes, oh, that wraparound. It is very pretty. Usagi Yojimbo. I've got a Vampiro. That's just backwards. Somebody's not going to bother pulling that out. Hey, in case you guys didn't know about it, there's a big Marvel event going on at the moment called King in Black. And yeah, it's Venom, the actual big one to take part of it. I was chatting with all my regulars about what they did in the last issue of it, which sounded very, very cool. Wrong Earth, Night and Day, which is, I think, the third of the Wrong Earths they've done. Obviously, a lot of people like that one. We still sell okay with it. We don't do a bunch. And finally, another one with the X-Men, X Factor. Okay, I think that is everything. I'm now going to go and sort these all out. At the moment, I'm still using the old spreadsheet, but yeah, check out League of Comic Geeks and search for Ka-Pow Comics. We're the one that's in Huddersfield, the only one. Yeah, you did miss the trades, I'm afraid. Go back to the beginning. There's some Critical Role. Mountainhead Seeds are the big ones. That Texas Blood is brilliant. But yeah, I'm going to go sort these all out on the old spreadsheet, get them put away, and send out as many invoices as I can. If you don't get an invoice today, don't worry. I am going to come in first thing tomorrow to carry on doing the invoices. But we're now at a point in lockdown where we don't have a dog walker again, so I don't want to spend all day here. I need to get home and actually take the dog out for a walk. So I do apologize if I don't get through everything. I promise I'm going to try my best. In case you can't tell, it's just me here doing this. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'll come back to review something later on, but that's it. Take it easy. Bye.